quiet, peaceful forest, a bear ambled along a winding path. The sun streamed through the trees, creating patterns of light and shadow on the ground. Birds chirped a cheerful tune, and the air was fresh and fragrant with the scent of pine. The bear loved exploring, but today its mind was on one thing: food. Its belly rumbled loudly, reminding it of the sweet treat it was craving: honey. As the bear strolled through the forest, it noticed a golden glimmer high up in a tree. There, hanging from a sturdy branch, was a large beehive dripping with golden honey. The bear's eyes widened with delight. It licked its lips, imagining the taste of the delicious honey. However, the beehive was high up in the tree, and a steady buzz warned the bear that the bees were diligently guarding their treasure. "I can get that honey," thought the bear, puffing up its chest. "It's just bees. How hard can it be?" The first attempt, the bear approached the tree and stood on its hind legs, swiping at the hive with its massive paw. The movement startled the bees and they buzzed louder, flying in circles as if deciding whether to attack. Undeterred, the bear swatted again, shaking the branch and the hive. A few bees ventured out, but the bear ignored them, focused solely on its prize. Suddenly, a swarm of bees burst out of the hive. Their buzzing grew louder, forming a small storm of angry insects around the bear. The bear yelped as the bees stung its nose, ears, and paws. It swatted at the air, trying to chase them away, but more bees joined the swarm. The bear, now in pain, turned and ran. It dashed through the forest, weaving between trees and jumping over bushes, but the bees followed relentlessly. The bear yelped, shook its head, and even rolled on the ground, but the bees wouldn't leave it alone. Finally, the bear spotted a nearby pond. Without a second thought, it leapt into the water, submerging itself up to its snout. The bees hovered angrily above the surface for a while, but one by one they flew back to the hive, leaving the bear alone. The bear climbed out of the pond, dripping wet and sore from the stings. It sat by the water, panting heavily, and looked back at the tree where the hive still hung undisturbed. The bear felt a pang of regret. Its impatience and greed had not only caused it pain, but also left it without the honey it had craved. "I should have thought this through," the bear muttered. "Maybe I could have found a better way to get the honey without angering the bees." In the days that followed, the bear became more cautious and thoughtful. Instead of rushing into situations, it learned to observe and plan. Occasionally, it would pass by the beehive, watching the bees work. It no longer tried to swipe at the hive, but appreciated the lesson they had taught it. And so, the bear grew wiser, understanding that hasty actions and greed often lead to trouble, while patience and careful planning bring better results. The moral of the story: don't get angry over small things, or you might make bigger problems for yourself.